yes, economics is number one, the most biggest barrier to scaling not only regenerative agriculture but also a craft product. Um,
Mm,
we're constantly getting the price point objection, and
hmm
we are one of the most expensive products per ounce on the shelf, not no
hmm
doubt. Um, but in my view, it's like, yeah, and we got to figure out a way to get. I don't know if we're going to be able to change the economic system to value nutrient density or to value, soil carbon sequestration or to value water conservation or to value insect biodiversity or health. I don't know if we can get that. Like right now, it's just not measuring any of that. It's like, nope,
Right.
this is cheaper, this is more
Yeah.
expensive, and
hmm
whatever is cheaper is better, and the
hmm
market's going to choose that because it's better. And it's like, well, if this is really a self-interested market, I would think that a consumer would want to choose the food that was the best for them. Like I was
hmm
saying, if you are to eat, then to be your best self, you got to have your best food. So in order to get the best food, you got to do all these regenerative practices, you got to do all these craft processing techniques, and that's all more expensive. And so
hmm
instead of like decrying that as, oh, it's more expensive, I would actually say the self-interested consumer should want to spend the most money that they possibly can on their
hmm
food and on their farm
hmm
products, because if they are not getting the best food, and therefore they are not being their best selves.
hmm
So it's just a minor flip of the paradigm to see it as an investment rather than a liability that it's more expensive.
hmm
Personally, I only spend money on the top dollar food because I know those differences.
Yeah.
And, for that reason, that's one of the only things I spend money on.
hmm
But, so what we're trying to do with Dan at Bionutrient is, okay, this is the economic system we find ourselves in. How do we quantify not only the price per ounce, but also
hmm
the nutrients per ounce, the
hmm
anti-nutrients per ounce,
Yeah.
the toxins per ounce, the agricultural chemicals per ounce, the carbon sequestered or emitted per
Yeah.
ounce, the
Yeah.
water used per ounce. And so I want to create what I'm calling the true nutrition facts. And
mm
I want a holistic sense of what's in my food. I want to know
mm
a lot more about my food because that's
Yeah.
the most critical thing to life.
Right.
So that's really what I'm trying to do with my brand and with my products is create a platform to scale regenerative agriculture on the back end, and also to scale craft processing in the manufacturing end, and then on the
hmm
consumer end to create an unparalleled platform for transparency to quantify why all that is so much better
hmm
for all of life on Earth.